Welcome to Southpod, the first and foremost podcast created to tell the true story of tech innovation in the American South. Southpod is hosted by John Yerian and Stanfield Gray and produced by Dig South Tech Media. Dig South Tech Media is the South's tech hub, the place where leading global brands connect with the most scalable startups. Visit us at digsouth.com and follow us on social media at Dig South. The following episode features Georgia's own Champ Bailey, an NFL Hall of Famer, 12-time Pro Bowler, and currently a venture capitalist with CB24 Ventures. The episode was recorded live at the 2019 Venture Atlanta Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, let's dig into Southpod with Champ Bailey.
We are here at Venture Atlanta 2019, and I am crazy excited to interview newly minted NFL Hall of Famer, legendary cornerback, Champ Bailey.
Yes, sir.
Now, you played cornerback for Denver Broncos, the Saints, the Redskins,
Well,
is that right?
I don't include the Saints because I didn't make it to week one, so that was kind of my stop before I retired.
I see. So, but today it's a kind of a unique setting we're in because it's not a sporting event, it's Venture Atlanta.
Right.
There's startups everywhere, but I can assume that no one knows more about building a winning team than you do.
Well, that's something that I've learned to bring, from sports. It's those same values, accountability, leadership, and, just making sure teamwork is always at the forefront of everything I'm trying to build. So getting around all these startups is great. It's a great opportunity to try to invest in some new things and new ideas and new people that I'm meeting. And it's good to be here because, you get all the best startups and, potential billion-dollar businesses, in the next 10 years. So I want to be a part of it and give myself a chance to, jump on that train.
Absolutely. So at Southpod, we focus on helping companies scale, particularly in the South. You played for Georgia.
Yeah.
You live here in Atlanta, right? Homegrown.
Yes.
So what are you seeing on the ground in terms of opportunities for people to start businesses and find investors? Is it more exciting now than 20 years ago? What's your perspective?
The funny thing is, 20 years ago, I was worried about playing football. I was drafted 20 years ago, and that's what I concentrated on. And what I understand about being in football is everything is so strict, everything's detailed, disciplined, and I just want to make sure I bring those same opportunities, and same values to business. And now what I'm learning is there's a lot of opportunities, but for people like myself, it's getting in rooms like this, having that access and that ability to learn. I have to take advantage of those opportunities, but football kind of gave me the platform to do that. And I'm just using it the best of my ability, and hopefully, I'm setting an example for the next guy that looks like me trying to come through, walking that same path. Because there's a lot of guys out there that walk that path I walk that don't have these opportunities, but they want these opportunities. So I'm just always trying to reach back and give them opportunity.
So you formed CB Ventures and Team Bailey, right? So
Well, CB24 Ventures is a company we formed just really to, really engaging with other guys and have them come on and invest with us. We've done one syndication up to this point, and we got a few guys in. But I think the more you do it, the more guys believe in it. You got to build trust. I don't expect everybody to jump on this train, but I want to make sure that they understand we're out here, we're active, we're doing our due diligence, we're making sure our processes are in order. And it gives them more opportunity, just like it gives myself.
So if I'm a young founder, I've got an awesome business idea, I'm excited, I come to Team Bailey, what's the strategy look like?
Well, obviously we want to learn about you, and your idea kind of precedes itself because we'll do our due diligence before you walk in the door, but when we get there, we want to know about you. And it's all about the people and the people pushing these ideas. But it's not just our money that we offer. We have a big network, we have a lot of resources at our disposal. And, if you do business with us, all that stuff wrapped into one can be at your feet and, help you grow your business.
So you have access to those resources beyond just the capital that people might need in terms of distribution, mentorship.
Yeah, marketing. There's so many levels of it. And we just want to make sure whatever we're doing for your company, it's not limited. We're making sure we provide everything that enables you to grow.
Okay. And today you're here specifically to talk about building winning teams.
Yeah.
Right? So what are the top 2 or 3 things that I should focus on if I'm going to build a team around me and I've got a great idea? What is most essential?
Well, your foundation. I think your habits, the things that you really rely on, you know, accountability, your teamwork, your leadership, you know, being disciplined. I think, you know, for companies trying to grow, one of the major things you struggle with is when to pull out, you know, when to make a change.
Right.
So just having that integrity to make the right decision, but also making it a collective decision and not just yours. You know, you got to, you know, allow your team to do what they do best. They're on your team for a reason, so you got to use them the best way.
So as a coach of my team, you know, and I'm building a culture around that, how should I engage with each person? You know, we've got a foundation, a strategy, and we have like consistent principles, but every human is a little bit different. So what's your take on reading somebody, motivating?
See, that's the thing. You learn about each other, and the only way you do it is sitting face to face, talking about ideas, talking about processes, you know, and making sure you stick to whatever your goal is, you stick to it. You got to know how to get there. So it's really just collaborating. And the more you learn about each other, you find out about strengths and weaknesses, and you play into those. And I think it's just understanding people. You're still dealing with people. I don't care if you're dealing with a tech company or whatever. It's still people behind those ideas. And you want to get to know those people so you can help them the best way possible.
So Atlanta's a very diverse city, you know, and there aren't always enough opportunities for minorities in technology and in startup space. Are you trying to, you know, open up some new channels there as well?
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the major things we've talked about. We formed this group called GAIN, Global Athlete Investor Network. And basically the idea is to bring a bunch of guys together that look like me and kind of walk in that path and educate them, but also provide some level of access to some of these opportunities. Because we get pitched things all the time, but it's like, what do you do with this information? Right. And usually you're standing by yourself. You got to have somebody to bounce these things off of, and that's what we're trying to do.
12-time Pro Bowler, NFL Hall of Famer Champ Bailey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.